Yo, what's up guys? Teacher Paul here, and today we are reacting to this video, which is called the Fall of V8 Supercars, Australia's top racing series struggles. I had no idea motorsport was like so big in Australia. I just recently found out with two videos that I reacted to, which are kind of blowing up right now. So thank you for the support and thank you for the views and all the comments there as well. So let's go and check out more of this because it's an interesting topic and you guys are enjoying the reactions as well. So let's keep going. This is from a channel called Jake Sim Racing. If you want to watch that before my reaction, go over to the description and then come back to see my comments. And let's go.
If you put a picture of the NASCAR Next Gen car and a Gen 3 Aussie V8 Supercar side by side,
He said Aussie. It's Aussie. I made the same mistake in the past. Aussie. In fact, here's an Aussie check. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Let me know in the comments.
if you put a picture of the NASCAR Next Gen car and a Gen 3 Aussie V8 Supercar side by side, you'd see there's a lot of overlap. While not completely one-to-one, they're similar enough where one might think that a driver that excels in one can excel in the other. We have seen this bared out with Shane Van Gisbergen, three-time Supercars champion, winning in his very first Cup Series race. SVG has decided to continue going down the NASCAR path, but he's not the only one from Supercars trying their hand at NASCAR. Brody Kostecki, Cam Waters, and Will Brown have also made Cup starts within the last 2 years. That's not even mentioning another former champion in Scott McLaughlin, who left several years ago to run IndyCar for Roger Penske. One guy might be an anomaly, but 4 or 5 guys means a trend is forming.
Indeed.
There must be a deeper reason why drivers from Australia, or New Zealand like in SVG and McLaughlin's case, are branching out to go race in America. Today,
Money?
I will
Maybe?
examine
I don't know.
why. The first obvious reason is the cars are so similar enough where the learning curve won't be as steep, especially on road courses.
I think it's all about market. I have recently discovered that Australia is big on motorsport, but when you talk about market and international base, I think the United States has the upper hand here. So basically, I think that's it. Just to like narrow it down, just to give a straight answer. And that's the same thing with other stuff, even like singing, acting. A lot of very, very big Australian talent leaves Australia to go to the United States and just work their career. I know that money is a little bit like just vague, but it's career progression. It's just like your job. You want a promotion, I guess, and the language is the same. He's saying the cars are the same. Do you drive on the same side of the road? Do you drive left or right in Australia? I don't know. I don't remember, but maybe like the cultural wise, it's it's more similar Australia and United States than it would be to go to, I don't know, China or whatever other places, or Korea, for example. But yeah, Formula One in Korea failed. It was only on schedule. It was only used on schedule. Became useless and ended up wasting money. Do you know why? Like, do Koreans not like watching F1, or do they not have like a lot of talent to bring interest to the sport? And this is a very hard thing for also a sport. I can talk about, for example, WNBA, where they lost one of their biggest stars to Europe. This happens like recently, but when you lose talent like this, leaving Australia, going over to like United States, it's a big risk, right? So they got to try to keep people in Australia to, to keep it going, I guess. But let's watch the video. I'm getting ahead of myself.
But while Van Gisbergen enjoyed learning the Cup and Xfinity cars, he had scathing remarks for the current Supercars regulations.
Red Bull
The
gives you
qualifying
wings.
there is awesome, but the racing sucks. It's so boring. You're driving around at 30% trying to keep the tires, and everybody is just following each other. The tire just explodes because it's running too high, and you just follow each other around. It's mind-numbing. I came here to NASCAR and the race is just a hustle the whole time. You're driving flat out. That's what I love. Now is a good time to switch. Now, if you've been following NASCAR a long time, you might find his statement funny, because a lot of that could be applied to current day NASCAR, but I think for SVG in particular, now was the right time to switch. He accomplished all he could in supercars, won the titles, won the Bathurst 1000. He didn't really have anything else to do.
I reacted
I
to
think
that.
another reason why drivers are making
One of the videos I reacted to was the best race car moment in history, which was Bathurst, Australia, and that was a crazy, crazy race, and arguably the best race ever. So yeah, like if you've done all of that, then you're looking for new challenges, right?
I think another reason why drivers are making the switch is how Supercars as a championship is run and formatted. Supercars run 3 races per weekend with the exception of Bathurst. So even though they will be running 34 races in 2025, there's really only 13 race weekends on the schedule. This gives drivers ample time to make appearances in other series. And with NASCAR increasing the number of road courses recently, there's a higher chance one of them falls during a break in the Supercars calendar. We saw this in 2023 with SVG and Brody Kostecki running at Indy, and in 2024 when Cam Waters and Will Brown ran at Sonoma. From just some basic research, I found that the Supercars schedule is that way because a lot of their tracks are coming under threat from real estate developers and local governments, and many have actually already closed. On top of that, it's hard to organize a street course race and that
So wait a second. People are closing down racetracks for real estate? I mean, what? That doesn't even make sense.
it's hard to organize a street course race in that type of environment too. It becomes difficult to come up with a good schedule when your tracks are shuttering their doors constantly. On top of all this, General Motors shut down the Holden brand several years ago. If you weren't aware, the rivalry between Ford and Holden was at the heart of Australian racing, and to lose Holden and have it be replaced by Chevy, it just doesn't hit the same way.
Oh man.
Going even further, for 2020,
Does anybody know why it closed down? I mean, that's crazy. If they are like a super brand, why shut down? Or did they go bankrupt or what happened?
25, Supercars will be adopting a NASCAR style playoff format, becoming the first series outside of the NASCAR bubble to follow suit, which is a real shame because it sucks and will only enable NASCAR's brass to continue going down that road, but I digress.
Okay. Let me know your opinion on this. Do you think it needs change? Do you think it's a good change, what they are proposing here? Do you think it should be more like NASCAR? What do you guys think about that? Are you guys happy with the current situation, or is it just something administrative that needs to happen? I'll give an example. Here on YouTube, most OG YouTubers don't want to change their style. I never wanted to change my style. I wanted to do OG YouTube for a long time, but because the algorithm is consistently changing, all the OG YouTubers, if they want to keep going, they gotta do what they gotta do. Thumbnails are gonna be different. The titles are gonna be different. The strategy will have to follow what the algorithm is telling us. So even though people like Ryan Higa, for example, even though they want to continue doing what they do, they are forced to do things differently, and then they just burn out and say, you know what, I'm just gonna go somewhere else. And it sucks. It really does.
NASCAR has done it this way for 10, 20 years, so it comes with the territory. Supercars following suit is honestly a silly mistake from a series that is already losing a ton of star power.
But it may be
I wanted to
necessary.
get an opinion from an actual Supercars fan and got this. The local element of our sport has been slowly siphoned. Iconic tracks have since been excluded from the calendar, and long-running teams have been backing out. The commentary has sucked for years, and Gen 3 just isn't doing anything for me. These cars have barely any presence or relevance in Australia. They're soulless. Half of the appeal for me, other than the quality of the racing, was that the cars actually used to at least look like the cars that you'd see every day and that you could buy.
Interesting.
Ironically,
Like a fashion
in
show.
some ways, this
A quick question again. I'm sorry for pausing too much, but I do have a lot of questions from your opinion, from your perspective. Sorry. What do you think triggered this? There may be two possibilities. The administrators, the people who ran the show, got too comfortable and then thought they could just do whatever they want, bad decisions, and then just kept going, not listening to the public. Or two, somebody bought the whole thing, started reinvesting, and then, just started changing things, because that's what people do. Maybe the administrator, the host, the people who run the show changed, and everything else changed with it. Or people started, I don't know, or there's a third option: new sponsors come in, and what happens, like with YouTube, they start conforming to what the sponsors want, being more ad focused, or just trying to survive in the industry. I don't know. Or it just, people just got bored of it. I don't know. Are the commentators the same? Are the I think it might all come down to like just being comfortable, too comfortable, and not trying anymore.
Every day and that you could buy. Ironically, in some ways, this exact message could be copy-pasted, have a few words changed, and would also be a totally fitting description of modern-day NASCAR. I guess the two series are even more similar than I first thought. In any case, it will be interesting to see how Supercars evolves, or perhaps devolves. Will their loss be NASCAR's gain, or are both series being hamstrung by lackluster management? I want to hear from any Aussie fans who come across this video.
Aussie.
What is your opinion on why drivers are leaving for America, and the health of Supercars as a whole? Thank you. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
Okay, interesting. That's very interesting. What are your thoughts? Why do you think they're going to America? Do you think they're bored? Do you think it's stagnant? Do you think it's just outlived its welcome, or outstayed its welcome? I don't know. What do you guys think? In my opinion, which I can't give a lot because I've just discovered motor sport, but I would say in every industry, things change, and if you don't change with the time, and if you don't change with time, if you don't change with the system, if you don't go with the flow, then the wave will pass you by, and you will be drowned by the wave. So either you surf the wave or you get drowned by it. And this happens in all the industries. And if things are not going well with the supercars, then yeah, people are going to go to the next best thing, which probably is NASCAR. And obviously, if you're living in the United States, I think the market is bigger and you get paid more. So people might just decide, you know what? Or maybe it's a retirement thing. You're like in football, everyone who retires goes to Dubai, and then they just pick up the bag, and they don't even need to perform peak career anymore. But this is more about you guys than it is about me. I'm just checking out new stuff. So comment away, and let's continue the discussion in the comments as well. Thank you for watching. Go support the creator. Link is in the description. And if you want to request a video or tip your creator, American thoughts, go over to Buy Me a Coffee, or even join us on Twitch. We're live right now. And click over here for more sports reactions. Take care. Bye-bye.